Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how to generate more power on your one-handed backhand. So if you're struggling to generate power, this video is for you. If you're new to this channel, my name is Patrik Broddfelt, a tennis coach in Norway. So what I see among many social players is that they can't generate enough power on their one-handed backhand. And that's usually because their backswing is too short and they have to muscle the ball. So I will show you the technique today, how to generate more power on your one-handed backhand. The first thing is to get big enough swing. So on the one-handed backhand, you want to make sure your racket is up, and then you turn here. One thing you can think about is to get that elbow past the midline or into the midline here, belly button, midline of the chest. If you do that, this right shoulder, if you're right-handed, will stretch here. That's how far back you want to go. When I see power lacking, it's usually because they get the hand back here somewhere, and that's the hand into the middle. So you want to get past that, so you get your elbow into the middle here, or even further back, if you can. When you're doing this take back, make sure you start turning a little bit and then you take back with your right hand like this. You don't want to rotate more here because then you're over-rotating. That's another mistake. You're trying to rotate more in this position. So you don't have to do that. So don't over-rotate either with too big of a uniturn. I like to have a uniturn here in the beginning, and then I'll run out, and then I'll take my right arm back. So step number one, uniturn, take your racket back further, and then step in. Don't rotate more. So that's step number one, to make sure you have a big swing, elbow past the midline, okay? And the racket high up, and then the racket will go down into the slot here that I talked about before. This is an important part. So if your swing is too short, it's here. It's difficult to have this position. So that's why it's so important to have stretch far enough back so you can be down in this slot position here, and then you separate. What about the non-dominant hand? Well, what you want to do here, when you get up into this position, you want to move your racket with your elbow down into a position. Not too much like this, because then it'll be too short. So you want to make sure it's both the hand and elbow steering the racket head like this. Then you release somewhere around here at your left foot, and then you hit. What also generates power is to get a little bit of rotation, but you have to stop it. So you start with your foot here and you go forward with your hips and rotate to about here. So you're like 45 degrees with your chest to the net when you make contact. But you don't want to over-rotate like in the forehand. So in the forehand I want to be more like this. Get my whole weight through, but on the one-handed backhand I want to be able to stop here, so not coming like this. So you have a break here and go bam. And then lastly, what you also can think about is throwing this non-dominant hand as fast as possible back, because the hands will go at the same speed. It's difficult to have this right hand fast and this one slow. It's like it won't work. But if you're thinking about to get that left hand as fast as possible, the right hand will also travel faster. So that's something you can practice on as well. If you have a big enough take back, your elbow past the midline, racket high up, elbow down into a slot here, and then you go out, make contact, and follow through. So this is how it looks like if you don't have a big swing enough. It's all, you only flick the wrist like this and kind of hurts. Yes, sometimes it might do a passing shot. You can be like this, blocking it. But if you want power, you have to go up here, get your racket speed going. Get your hips through. Get your non-dominant hand fast back. Your racket goes faster. So from behind, short take back. Big take back. So let's recap. First thing, big take back. Get your elbow in the midline of your body or behind. Racket up, left elbow up. And then you take your elbow down into the slot here. So that racket points towards the net post. Then you go out, make contact, and follow through. Make sure you get a little bit of rotation of the hips. And stop here so you don't over-rotate. The faster that left arm goes back, the faster your dominant hand will travel through your shot. So that's how you generate more power on your one-handed backhand. If you want to know how to put more topspin on your one-handed backhand, I made another video that you can watch up here. Until then, I'll see you next time.